25 February 2023, and we continue with our coverage of the Zimbabwe 2023 general elections. And this week there was a significant event, which was the gazetting of the Delimitation Commission report and also the maps and boundaries which are going to be used for these elections. Specifically, there was a bit of a delay because people were expecting this report to be gazetted on the 17th of February, but it eventually got gazetted on the Monday, and there was speculation as to why there was delays because, as I said previously, ZANU-PF or people within ZANU-PF were not happy with the delimitation report, which is strange because normally it's the opposition that is not happy with the delimitation. And the specific reasons were that there were various constituencies that belong to ZANU-PF that are no longer existing. And also there was a reconfiguration and moving around of constituencies, obviously in line with the changes in the population. There's a big change in the Zimbabwe population since the last delimitation report was presented in 2007. So there were major changes, but the changes were more to do with the constituencies and not the voters. So according to the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, most people are going to be staying at the same constituency or polling station where they voted. There is not going to be a lot of movement of people, but there's been massive changes. The Delimitation Commission report was then gazetted on Monday, and when the opportunities allow, I'm going to upload that on Zimbabwe2023elections.com, but you can find the same report on the downloads page of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission website. The report, which was gazetted, the final gazette, the delimitation report was well accepted by the opposition party, the CCC. Their spokesperson, Fadzayo Mahere, had a press conference in which she basically said it was not the best report, but it was not the worst report. And it was a good thing that there was a new delimitation report because it was no longer possible to hold the elections based on the 2007 report. Now, let's look at the key changes. And so what this means is that the election in Zimbabwe is going to be held between the 20th of August and the 26th of August, according to the Constitution, after the delimitation of the report. So it's clear we are well on our way to the election. The election is going to come and it's going to happen between 20 August and 26 August 2023. Now let's look at the changes, some of the key changes that have happened. Harare, which has 952,000 registered voters. The capital city, Chitungweza and Epworth, this now has 3 new constituencies. And these are Harare South constituency, namely Churu, Harare South, and Hunyane. An additional constituency was created in Epworth, resulting in Epworth North and Epworth South constituencies. Harare North was reconfigured and reconfigured to Heathcliff constituency. When we go to Bulawayo, which has 270,938 voters. So Bulawayo has almost a quarter of the registered voters in Harare. And it's got 7 constituencies which are reconfigured and renamed as follows. Bulawayo North, Cowdrey Park, Emakandeni Luveve, Entumbani Njube, Lobengula Magwegwe, Bopoma Mzlekazi, and Pelandaba Chabalala. So you can see that Pelandaba Chabalala is now almost the same as, it's now together, and I'm not seeing Nkulumane here. Then in Manicaland province, which had 738,624 registered voters, constituencies of Musikavano and Chipinge West were merged to create Chipinge West constituencies, while a collapsed constituency formed Chikanga constituency after Dangamvura Chikanga was split due to high population. 3 constituencies of Chikomba Central, Chikomba East, and Chikomba West in Mashonaland East Province have since been reconfigured due to a low voter registration population, with the Chikomba Central being removed, leaving Chikomba East and Chikomba West. So these are some of the ZANU-PF constituencies I was talking about, where ZANU-PF has lost constituencies. The province had a registered voter population of 641,668. The same method was used in Masvingo province, which had 632,320 voters, where Gutu North was collapsed and merged with another existing constituency due to lower voter population, which failed to meet the minimum threshold. The collapsed constituency was replaced by the creation of a new Chirezi Central constituency. Zaka East and Zaka West were collapsed and reconfigured to form a new Zaka South constituencies. One of the collapsed constituencies was replaced by the creation of a new Mwenezi North constituency. Therefore, Masvingo province retained its previous 26 constituencies. Matabele South has 267,617 registered voters and was allocated 12 constituencies after Bulilima East was collapsed. In Midland Province, where there are 762,928 voters, Mberengwa South constituency was collapsed and 3 constituencies remain, namely Mberengwa East, Mberengwa West, and Mberengwa Central. The collapsed constituency was replaced by the creation of a new Mkoba North constituency in the same province. And then obviously, we already talked about Bulawayo and Matabele South. And the key finding here or outcome of this delimitation is that the cities now have more people. And obviously, this is based on the census. And there's going to be a big impact on this election because of more people in the cities. And I think it's clear that this favors the opposition. ZANU-PF has to do a lot of work. I'm sure that's why they were not very happy with the outcome of the delimitation. But it's not about the delimitation. It's actually about getting people to go and vote. Right now, as you speak, a lot of people are going out to vote, to register to vote. And young people are getting more and more interest in this registration. So obviously, there's going to be a bit of change in the final numbers if more and more people continue to register after the delimitation. But the delimitation happens at a certain point in time. So the numbers might not be exactly the same as what happened. But what is going to come out of this is that more and more people in the cities are registering to vote. And this will bring a very big change in the next elections in terms of who wins more MPs, senators, and councillors. So that is the summary for today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll continue to give you updates as they come.